Hi, welcome to my channel, The Civil Engineer. This is your Marsudan. Today, in this session, we will discuss about the different items of civil engineering works, some basic concepts of civil engineering construction work. As a civil engineer, every civil engineering has to know about the what are the basic concepts, what are the basic requirements for the civil engineering construction. So, in this video, I will discuss in detail about the each and every construction item of a building construction. What is the steel requirement? What is the proportion of the concrete bed? How much quantity of steel required? How much quantity of cement required for each and every item? There are some thumb rules also. So, by using a simple tips, you can easily identify what are the requirements of the materials for the building construction. So viewers, I request all the viewers to please subscribe my channel and like, share and comment on this video. This is a very useful video to all the civil engineering students and those persons and who are working in the field also. So please watch the video continuously and give your suggestions also. Thank you. Now coming to the content. Now we have to take a building construction. What are the different items of a building construction? In a building construction, there are earthwork excavation, foundation, and brickwork. In the foundation, there is a CC bed and some footings. The footings may be RR masonry work or brick masonry work, and some brickwork in superstructure. And above the brickwork, there is RCC slab. So, what are the different items of materials required for all these items? By using some simple tips and thumb, you can easily calculate the materials in a fingertips. Now coming to the session. Okay. Now start with the foundation. Suppose if you take the foundation, what here, look into this figure. This is the depth of the foundation. How much depth is to be excavated for any foundation? There is a minimum requirement of foundation depth is 1.5 to 1 meter to 1.5 meters minimum depth is required for any type of foundation. Sometimes it may be depends upon the type of loading coming onto the soil, the type of the soil, bearing capacity of the soil, whatever it may be. But the minimum earthwork excavation should be done from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. This is the first basic point. Next, coming to the footing size. Here footing means CC bed. What is the size of CC bed? What is the thickness? The normal size, the minimum footing size should be at least 2 by 2, 2 feet by 2 feet. That means 600 mm by 600 mm. It should be minimum. Next, the minimum thickness of CC bed. Here, look into this figure. This is the thickness of the CC bed. It should be 150 mm, that is 6 inches. It should be 150 mm, that is called 6 inches, or sometimes up to 300 mm is also to be used. So these are the minimum thicknesses, 150 mm or up to 300 mm, depending upon the coming loads. Next, what is the proportion for the CC bed? Generally for CC bed, 1:4:8 or 1:3:6 proportion is used. Let it be 1:4:8. What is 1? 1 part of cement, 4 parts of sand, 8 parts of coarse aggregate. This is the proportion of materials for the CC bed. Next, how much quantity of steel required for this construction of CC bed? The steel required is 80 kg per 1 cubic meter. 80 kg per 1 cubic meter of concrete means, so suppose if you take the concrete bed, this is the concrete bed. Let it be concrete bed. This is the thickness, this is the breadth, this is the length. By multiplying all these L into B into D, we can find the quantity. Some cubic meters or whatever it may be. For 1 cubic meter of concrete work, we need 80 kgs of steel. That is the simple thumb rule. Actually, 1% of volume of concrete is to be required. 1% of volume of concrete, the steel is required. But in a simple rule, in simple tips, we can easily notate that by using a thumb rule for 1 cubic meter of concrete work, CC bed, 80 kgs of steel is required. Next, coming to the CC bed is over. Now coming to the footings. Generally the footings are constructed with RR masonry or brick masonry. If it is a RR masonry construction, then what is the proportion of cement mortar? If it is a RR masonry, cement mortar for RR footings, cement mortar 1:3 or 1:4 is to be used. If it is a brick construction, brick footings, then 1:4 is used. Cement mortar of 1:4 is used. This is regarding the footings. Now coming to the DPC. What is DPC? DPC means damp proof course. In other words, sometimes it is also named as plinth beam. For plinth beam, what is its thickness? What proportion is used for DPC? The plinth thickness is 2.5 centimeters. The plinth thickness is 2.5 centimeters. This is the plinth thickness, 2.5 centimeters. Next, the proportion is RCC 1:4. DPC proportion is RCC 1:4. This is regarding DPC. Next, coming to the brick wall, the brickwork and superstructure. For brickwork and superstructure, there are different types of thicknesses of brickwork is used. For partition walls, the minimum thickness of brickwork is 4 inches. For main walls, the minimum thickness is 9 inches. Thickness means here, this is the thickness of the wall. So, thickness of brickwork is 9 inches minimum and 4 inches for partition walls. If it is a 9 inches walls, generally cement mortar of 1:6 is used for its plastering. If it is a 4 inches walls, cement mortar 1:4, cement mortar 1:6 is used. If it is a partition wall, suppose partition wall, it is 4 inches. Then cement mortar 1:4 is used. These are the minimum requirements. Now, what is the quantity of bricks required? Simple. There is a simple thumb rule. For a cubic meter of brickwork, we need 512 bricks. For 1 cubic meter of brickwork. Suppose if you take the 1 cubic meter of brickwork, number of bricks required is 512. What about the plastering? Plastering is 1:4 to 1:5 or 1:6 are used for this plastering. What about the thickness of plastering? For thickness of plastering for the brickwork is 12 mm. For thickness of plastering, it is 12 mm. Next, coming to the RCC slab. Coming to RCC slab, the minimum thickness of RCC slab is 100 mm. This is the thickness of slab. That is minimum 100 mm thickness is to be adopted. What is the proportion for RCC slab? 1:2:4. Now, what are the materials used for this RCC slab? Steel, cement, sand and coarse aggregate. So 1:4 means 1 part of cement, 2 parts of sand, 4 parts of coarse aggregate. Generally 20 mm chips are used for the RCC slab. Now, how much quantity of steel is required for this RCC slab? There is a simple thumb rule for the steel calculations. That is, for 1 cubic meter of slab, suppose this is a slab. Let it be thickness. This is the length. This is the breadth of the slab. Then, by multiplying all these three, L into B into D, we can find the quantity. For quantity in cubic meters. But there is a simple rule, thumb rule, that is, for 1 cubic meter of concrete, we need 80 kgs of steel. That is the thumb rule, 80 kg per 1 cubic meter. The quantity of cement required for 1 cubic meter is 6.36 bags. So simply we can find for 1 cubic meter of slab work. What about steel? Steel is 80 kgs. Cement is 6.36 bags. This is thumb rule for the slab materials. Steel, what about the reinforcement? For slab, there are main bars and distribution bars are there. Generally, the main bars are 10 mm dia or 8 mm dia. If it is a plain bars, 10 mm dia is used. Plain bars. If it is a high yield strength bars, HYSD bars, then 8 mm is sufficient. These are the main bars. The main bars are 10 mm and 8 mm. For distribution bars, it should not be less than 8 mm. It should not be less than 8 mm. This is regarding the slab materials. Now, earthwork calculation, earthwork depth, and what about the CC bed, what about footings, what about DPC, what about brickwork, and what about the RCC slab. All the basic concepts, basic requirements, what are the minimum requirements needed are discussed here. In my next video, I will discuss about the remaining items of the building construction, that is plastering, flooring, and some other remaining items of the building construction. As a civil engineer, you have to know the basic fundamentals of these requirements for any building construction. Thank you so much for your watching. Please like, share and comment on this video, and share to your friends also, which is more useful for us all civil engineering students. Thank you so much for your watching. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. This is your Madhusudan.